scrapbookers. This is Megan and I am back today with a fun challenge for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. So this weekend that I am recording this, it is Sunday and it is July 1st. So this is my scavenger hunt challenge for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and this was Daisy's challenge for that group, and let's see what it says. So we have to gather, I had to set a timer for 5 minutes and gather supplies, and then my project needs to be created in 30 minutes. So this is all of everything I gathered. Let me tell you what the requirements were. So in 5 minutes I gathered all these supplies. Number one, the last scrap you created, the last layout I made, I used this, and this is, I think, the only scrap I had left from that layout. So that is an interesting scrap, right? But I'm going to incorporate that into my layout somehow. The first / oldest stamp you own. So I have actually given away all of my Stampin' Up! Stamps, or they're somewhere in my room and I cannot find them. So I'm kind of sad because it would have been fun to create a layout with my Stampin' Up! Stamps, but I couldn't find them. So my oldest stamps after that would be the Studio Calico ones. I haven't decided what picture I'm going to use yet, so I just kind of pulled out all of the Studio Calico ones that I have, but these are from 2014, I believe, from their kits. Okay, then something shiny. So I actually pulled out two things that are shiny. These tags, and then these mermaid tails sequins from Cheeky Studio. So those two are there. I probably won't use both, but I wasn't sure which one I really wanted to use. Okay, then number 4 is a polka dotted something. So I had this cute little gold foil polka dot bag sitting on my desk, so I pulled that out. And the last thing you bought, number 5. So the last thing I bought would have been these new ink pads from Close to My Heart, and I actually have another one that is more of a darker emerald color, so I think I'm going to pull that one out too. I just didn't grab it with all of these. And then number 6, have someone else pick a supply for you. So I had my son Brennan, who I knew would have so much fun looking through some stuff. So I had him pick out this. He decided he wanted me to use up these cute little embellishments. So I have that, and then he also asked if he could pick out an ink pad. So he picked out this Lagoon one because it kind of matches and goes along with these colors that I have here, and then in the paper too. So I thought that was pretty good for him to pick out these two things. So I am going to go ahead and create a layout in 30 minutes. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget that I have to create it in 30 minutes. And I'm kind of nervous. So I'm going to set the clock. Let's see if I can do that. Gonna set the clock. Get ready, set, go. Okay, so here you can see I am getting started, and I have these 3 photos of my son with a friend's daughter from way back. I think this was the summer of 2009, and we had some friends come and visit with us and stay with us, and we decided to take them to the zoo. I think we actually had a pass to the zoo when our kids were this little, because we would go seriously all the time. So we decided to take our friends to the zoo, and Brennan and my daughter's friend really absolutely loved the bunnies. They thought they were so cute. So I decided to scrapbook these 3 photos, and at first I'm thinking I'm going to kind of do the placement like this, but it is going to evolve in a little bit here. So what my idea with this little bag, whatever this is called, glassine bag or whatever, was to use it as my journaling pocket. But it was a little bit too tall and I didn't want to have to fold it over and make you open it and then find the journaling. I wanted the journaling to be available to just pull out of the pocket easily. But I still wanted the decorative top to kind of show. So this is what I decided to do, was I cut it down and then added it back to the bag. So here you can see I'm auditioning different papers and things, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I have this scrap that I need to use and I really want to cover up this piece of the bag so that it doesn't look so ugly. So I decided to cut it. And I really like how this turns out. You can barely even notice that it's there because I actually moved the photos so that they cover up the bag. But I am glad that I did this in the long run, and I really like how it works out. So here you can see I just kind of play around with the positioning of it and all of that. And then I'm going to glue the bag to itself. And I think this is where I'm going to start kind of rearranging things. So I'm going to glue down this photo, and then I'm going to glue down the bag. And I decided to use some Zots, some medium-sized Zots, so that the back of the bag doesn't like come up, because I was still having problems with it coming up in the back. So that's what I decided to do to take care of that. And then I glue this down, and this is kind of where I think I'm gonna change it up. So you can see I'm thinking, okay, if I do a band type layout, I could add these two photos onto the band and it wouldn't take up so much of the space on the layout. So I am going to mat both of these extra photos with this pink paper. And then also with this Maggie Holmes, I think that's Carousel. That is one of my favorite patterns from that collection. And so I'm going to mat it on both of these two photos. And I'm not going to have enough for the second photo. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to make it look like I have a full mat on that second photo. And it works out really, really well. I absolutely love it. So here you can see I'm just adding that scrap piece of paper from that cut, the mat that I did on the other photo. And now here is where I kind of cut it up so that you can see the mat a little bit better, both on the top and the bottom. And that works out really, really well. It's not very often that I kind of play with my layers like this, but I am glad I did. I really like how this turned out. It looks really awesome. Okay, so now here I am thinking, okay, I need to glue these down, but now you can't really see that scrap piece of paper behind that photo because I covered most of it up. At first I was thinking, okay, that's fine, but then I realized I have all of these extra pieces from this scrap. I could totally put those at the top, and then you can see that layer of paper, and I liked that so much better. So that's what I end up going with, and then I just throw these extra pieces away after I'm done with the layout because there's no way I was going to use those on a layout. Then I did pull out this cute little gold what is that, tag sticker, and I think I'm going to do some quick journaling on there, and then I'm going to do some more in-depth journaling in the pocket. I did use that sticker that says yay on it that Brennan picked out for me, and I'm going to add some sequins and some stamping. So here I add the word favorite under that word yay. Then I'm also going to use a stamp that says watching for my title. And at first I was going to do something totally different, but then when I saw that I had a stamp that said watching and I needed to use a stamp, I was like, okay, this is totally going to be part of my title. So I stamped and then did the ghosting stamp technique above it. And now I'm going to use these cute little tile stickers that are in gold. I believe these are, I want to say Teresa Collins, but I could be wrong. And I didn't have any ends, so I improvised and used, I think I used an upside down U. So
sometimes you just gotta improvise. And I think that is almost my layout. I think I'm gonna glue down my sequins, and it actually ended up being about 2 minutes over on my time. I think my time went to like 32 minutes and 14 seconds, or maybe it was 31 minutes and 94 seconds. I feel like the number 4 was in there somewhere, but I know it was only 2 minutes over. It wasn't 4 minutes over, because I was really excited that I actually accomplished it. I think, oh, I remember. So I'm going to add this cute little flower there, and then I'm also going to add some of these cute little bows that are clip shape. Or they're clips that are in a bow shape, sorry. So here you can see I have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. I'm trying to hurry up and get this all done. And in the end, I think I decide I wanted to add a little, like this pink paper here. I wanted to do some on top and then on the bottom. And so gluing that down and then gluing my sequins down is the only thing that I really had to do after my timer went off. So here you can see my timer is up, and it's going to take me about 2 more minutes to finish up, and that is it. So yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't really count gluing down sequins as time, just because for me it takes me seriously like so long to glue down sequins. So I think I would have done more sequins, except I was like, okay, I'm already over, so I'm gonna go. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this layout. And I can't talk. Make sure you come on over to the Secret Not Secret Kit Club to check it out. Bye!